but I wanted to go ahead and address this because these stories just keep coming and coming and coming in regards to sports betting and how it's infiltrating these sports leagues. We have our what's the guy that used to play for the Cincinnati Reds? They got banned from baseball.
What's his name? It's not Joey Rose. It's Pete Rose.
Pete Rose. I don't see nobody making this connection. We have our Pete Rose of our generation.
well, I mean,
bro, Rod. This is our Pete Rose, bro.
The only difference, Herbie, I'll say is that Pete Rose was actually a really good player, as opposed to, somebody's brother.
You know what? I think that's what it is, because if it was a better basketball player or sports figure in general, because it doesn't matter that he just plays in the NBA, that supersedes anything. If it was a better sports figure, we would be really talking about this. The fact that he was a fringe NBA player doesn't actually allow us to grasp the magnitude of this. In my opinion, and even though you made a good point, this is still our Pete Rose.
No, understood.
Like, this is still our Pete. This nigga was on FanDuel like us, man. This nigga was out here running 80 band parlays, bro.
80 band for $1 million, baby.
Yo, the craziest part about this Jontay Porter story is he must have been watching that commercial. You know that old commercial that used to come on TV, bro? The nigga talk about career college, dog. Yeah. Talk about, man, you got to really improve yourself and bet on yourself. And he must have been like, you know what? Bet, dog. No pun intended, bro. Literally. I took that personally. I am going to bet on myself. What are you doing?
Man.
This is absurd.
Unbelievable.
Like, this is legitimately absurd. And when the story broke and where he started the investigation, when he said he got sick and he couldn't finish a game, and that's what led people to be on his trail. My whole thing was, how can they actually, prove any of this? Like, how can they prove any of this? When the story broke, I was asking myself, I'm like, how do you prove that? Like, how do you actually say, hey, this person is betting on himself? And then I read the story, and I'm like, oh, this nigga's a fucking retard, bro. He had his own personal accounts on FanDuel and shit like that.
Dumbass.
He got banned from other sports betting because he was betting on himself, which is in the bylaw. You cannot bet on yourself. You can't bet in games that you played. You can't in the NBA. Like, that's the first thing they say.
Dumbass.
The nigga had dummy accounts, but that was still linked to his other accounts so they could say, hey, that's you.
Dumb ass.
And then he had personal relationships with bookies, bruh.
This nigga got me feeling like Red Foreman, bruh. You are a fucking dumbass, man. Well, how, bro? Come on, bro. Like, you want to know what's sad, Herbie? I think the thing that stuck out to me the most was when they spoke about how much he made in his NBA career. He made about $2.4 million, $2.3 million plus some, you round the numbers up. This nigga made $22,000 betting? Like, what? Like, bro, somebody comes up to me.
Nah, man, you're not counting the million, bro.
Bro,
get the million,
he didn't get the million. So it don't count.
Nah, man, it counts, man. He won that
First
shit.
of all, the million was actually somebody else who he gave information to. I don't know what deal they worked out, but the betting person put down 80K, and they were supposed to win back 1.1 million, something around that. And that shit got voided, nigga, because you got caught being sloppy. The one thing I don't get about these NBA players specifically, or even NFL players, any athlete, y'all ain't got homeboys that y'all could just make bets for you, dog. You have to put the ticket in your name. Like, there's no loophole for you, dog. You're gonna risk your career. Listen, even if you're an NBA player who is a bench warmer, you're making more money than the average person. You have a meal ticket, dog. Even if you aren't riding the fucking bench, you're in the NBA. You're literally in the 1% of people who could fucking do that shit.
The only way I could allow my brain to get to how Jontay Porter does this, right? Because the thing about the NBA is all you have to do is just hang around. If you hang around good enough and you already are somebody's brother, so you have You have
Look at Giannis.
you have legacy
Yes.
in the NBA. So people are gonna be like, oh, Michael Porter's brother, so you probably are decent. If you hang around long enough, you'll get a decent contract. The only thing that makes sense is Jontay Porter knew, hey man, I'm probably gonna be in the G League in like a month from now. I'm like, fuck it, bro. Let's run it up. My brother got a $130 million max contract, bro. Really, I'm kind of straight anyway, bro. So fuck it. I just can't. Even with that concept, even that frame of mind, I can't bring myself to understand why you would do this. But thinking about it so much, I had to stop and you say, you know what, bro? I respect this nigga, man. As a better to another better, man. This nigga did it for the love of the game, dog. That's what this was about. It wasn't about the money. It wasn't about the the glory. This was about the love of the game, bro.
Yeah, but Herbie, at what point do you look in the mirror and say, I have a problem?
Bro, Jontay ain't thinking like that. Jontay thinking Hooper's hoop, man. Hooper's got a hoop, man. This is a real, like Jontay old school with it. Like, he one of us. He cut from our cloth, dog. He one of them niggas, man. If I gotta go to a back alley, bro, and meet a nigga in a trench coat, I'm about that, dog.
Yep.
He one of us, bro. Like, as much as I want to be mad at him because you had the world in your hand, I gotta respect a nigga that's willing to risk everything for this game, bro. That he love, bro. Like, he doing it for the love of the game, bro.
Do you think that for real?
That's the only thing that makes sense, Gerson.
He's doing it for addiction. That's what he's doing it for. They actually they give you fucking like descriptions like they do with Cialis for gambling addictions, bro. When they read the fine print super fast, like that shit's a real fucking thing. Listen, not throwing any shade on anybody. I just know niggas who've been on simulations, bro, because they needed to bet that badly. That is gambling addiction is not a joke, dog. Like
okay,
that shit happens.
So two things. One, I want to piggyback off of that. We do like that's not a joke. What you just said is like that's like legit. We have a personal friend. We're not gonna put his name out there, but during COVID, he called us and he was like, "Hey, bro, how you think about these EA simulated games?" I said, "Nigga, what you talking about? What is you talking?" I said, "Nigga, you betting on Madden?" Nigga, what?
You can't even bet that bad, bro.
You can't be that down in the gutter. It's not bad enough that you already put the bet in. You called us. You called us like we was finna co-sign that shit. Yo, how you feel about the Ravens versus the Packers? Nigga, it's COVID. They're not playing. Oh yeah, bro, it's on Madden. Nigga, what? What the fuck is you talking about? It's not real. It's not a real thing. What do you mean? It's on Madden. Oh yeah, it's a simulator, bro. You could bet on simulate. And the nigga was excited to say, yeah, bro, you got prop bets.
No, but what simulate, like what, G4 or something like that?
Nigga, no, they were just running Madden simulations, bro. And if you won, you won. Why would I bet on something completely fictional, nigga? The game doesn't even get played. You press play and there's a score. What are you talking about? The fuck is you talking about?
That's too bad. I was like, damn, my boy, you need to hit a ticket that bad, man.
Damn,
my G.
That is the first time I've been scared of my niggas, man. For real, bro. Like, I was like, all right, now I'm scared of my niggas. They liable to bet their own kids about this shit, bro. But no. The other point that I want to go ahead and address on is this is an addiction and it is ridiculous. And this was always going to be the situation. When betting became a fixture and became basically synonymous with sports, like all these podcasts have a deal with either FanDuel or Prize Picks or whatever, right? Podcasts, sport, like it went from this is completely illegal and we don't want nothing to do with it to everybody has a hand in it overnight.
My sponsor at DraftKings, it's like that.
It's so bad. The mother of my child, who doesn't give a fuck about sports, doesn't care about sports, doesn't watch sports, would not sit down and watch like football, anything, none of that crap, doesn't care. Randomly text me picks on Prize Picks. I said, "There's no way."
When my sister started betting with her homegirl, I knew this shit was fucked. This shit was, oh, hey Rod, hey, what you know about the Raiders versus the Chargers? What? What in the hell did you know about the Raiders versus the Chargers? I'm the football fan. Like, dude, this shit is for real.